Segura!
Deixa eu dizer o que penso dessa vida. Preciso de mais desabafar.
Segura!
Deixa eu dizer o que penso dessa vida. Preciso de mais desabafar.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Toronto Dog Whisperer. And today we are going to be covering a bit of a fun topic, and I've been asked this by a bunch of people, so I thought I'd shoot a little video on it. And we got Mosley and Mackenzie here, just waiting very patiently to go play. Okay, go play. Yeah, there you go. So the topic that we're going to cover today is a fun one, and that is how to spoil your dog without actually spoiling them rotten. Kens, let's go. And there's a lot of ways to spoil your dog in the wrong way, but what I'm going to cover with you guys today is how to spoil them to actually aid in helping your dog to become well balanced. So I'm going to split it up into a couple different categories. The first category is going to be like one-offs, things that you would do once in a while, but not necessarily what you would do with them to spoil them every day. So the first category is just, if you really feel like it, if the weather's good, if you want to plan a day or whatever. And the first way you can really spoil your dogs in a productive way is to plan some sort of day trip, an excursion, some sort of an adventure. A couple examples could be taking them camping, going to the cottage, lots of fun stuff like that, taking them to the beach. There's a beach here in Toronto called Cherry Beach, which has an off-leash area, and that's a lot of fun, although it's a bit of a mess, that kind of thing. Another way that you can spoil them once in a while is to take them to work. Not every workplace is dog friendly, but some places, through charity or whatever, they'll let you bring your dog to work. It's kind of a fun thing for them to do. I've been lucky enough to work at a few dog-friendly environments, but I still don't take them every single day just because, having your dogs at work is fun, but it does get in the way sometimes of the actual stuff that you need to do at work. So that's a good one. I used to call my dogs the complaint department. So whenever I took my dogs into work and somebody had a complaint, I'd just say, I just tell my dogs and they'll listen to all your complaints and register them, and away you go, kind of thing. The last occasional treat or way that you can spoil them is by grooming them. I groom my dogs probably, depending on the time of year, once every couple weeks, or so, maybe once a week. And it's a nice treat for them. They enjoy it, and they feel really good afterwards because, the matted up fur, especially in shepherds, is uncomfortable for them. And they know that they feel really good about themselves because basically they look good. And when you look good, you feel good. And dogs are the same way. So that's that. Now, the second category I'm going to cover is more important because it's stuff that you can do with them every day. And they're healthy ways, both for mind and body, to spoil them. And it will aid in helping them become more well balanced. Hey, Ken, come here. So the thing that people like to do the most with their dogs in terms of spoiling them is giving them treats. But giving treats can be a really detrimental thing. So what my suggestion is to use this. just kibble. So it's the same as their regular diet, which won't upset their stomach. Store-bought treats tend to be really high in fat, lots of chemicals, lots of salt and other stuff, and it can actually get your dog to they're not really healthy for them, but more importantly, they can actually prevent them from eating their regular diet if they get too many. And oftentimes people give dogs treats at the wrong time and really frequently. So, if you do want to give them some treats, just grab some of their kibble or what they normally eat, and if it is coming from your hand, then it's still a treat, and I'll just show you here. Come on, kids. Come on. Want something to eat? Come on. Good girl. Sit. There you go. Now I want you to watch her eyes, because she's not going to be looking at the food. She's going to be looking right at me. Good girl. And then she can take the food. So that's a healthy way to give your dog a treat, but not disrupt their diet or give them stuff that's full of fat or whatever. If you do really want to give them something special, every once in a while I go to the butcher and get marrow bones. They're really thick bones. They don't chip too often, and they're full of marrow, which is really fatty, but if it's once in a blue moon, then it's okay, and then they can chew on the bones afterwards, after the marrow's out. So that's I would say number 5. Number 4, in terms of spoiling your dog, teach them something new. So spending time with your dog, training them, to do different things is like going to school for them. It's like education. Now, I'm not talking about getting them to stand up on their hind legs or twirl around or do anything unnatural, but things that will benefit you and them in terms of, advanced staying commands. So if I told Kenzie to stay, then she'll stay in that one spot and I can move away. You can try it outside of a store or some place that's busy. That would be an extra challenge. And then you can release them. Okay, go play. So teaching your dog something new, or just reviewing the basics with them, is a really fun thing for them. They do enjoy learning. They do enjoy spending time with you during that type of activity. And learning promotes focus and concentration. And it's really beneficial for them in a lot of different ways. And obviously it's beneficial for you as well. So that would be number 4. Number 3, and again, these are things you can do with your dog every single day, is what I'm doing with them right now. So they were really great on their walk, and so they get some off-leash time. They can just, play, run around. Mosley likes to sniff, and you can see he's chewing on some grass right now. Just doing like regular dog stuff. And off-leash time is a treat. So it's not something that I use as a substitute for a walk. It is something that I use as a treat for them after the walk. Drop it. Drop it. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Down. There you go. Hey, you're so cute. There you go. So off-leash time is a great treat, and it's a great way to spoil your dog. It also promotes the feeling of trust between you and your dog. So in order for them to be off-leash, there needs to be a certain degree of trust that they're not going to run away, or they're going to come when you call them and the rest of it. Okay, Mose, go play. Come on. So that's a big treat for them that you can do every day. And If you're unfamiliar how to train your dog off leash, you can watch some of my other videos, and there's some tips on how to do that. The next one on the list is something that I'm not sure a lot of people will do, but it's a really good way of showing a gentle type of affection, which is another thing that people love to do with their dogs. But this is a way of showing affection, but also promoting health in terms of staying calm and staying relaxed. So I'm going to show you with Ken's. Ken's, come on. Good girl. There you go. Sit down. There you go. Down. All the way down. There you go. Good girl. So a lot of people, you know, love to pet their dogs, obviously, and to give them some affection. But what I'm going to actually recommend as an everyday treat is sharing affection with your dog, but also giving them a massage. So a massage helps to, get rid of the stress and tension that they have. This area of their back carries a lot of tension and stress. So a nice, medium to hard deep tissue massage is a gentle way of showing them affection. It helps them to relax, and it helps to make them feel good in terms of their tight muscles and stuff like that. So, who doesn't like a massage? And, my dogs get at least one really good, 5 to 10 minute massage per day. And, it's something that they really enjoy, and they really, find really relaxing, and a lot of times they'll even just go to sleep. So that's a really nice way to spoil them, but that's also going to promote a nice relaxed state of mind, and it's a great way to share your affection with them. So that's number 2. And if anybody out there watching this right now has watched any of my videos, you should know what number 1 is. And this is probably the most important one. So if you're going to choose one of these ways to spoil your dog, definitely go with this one. Look at Ken's coming to tell you something. Hey, Ken's? Mosley, what do we say to the viewers at the end of our videos? If you love your dog, take them for a walk. Take your dog for a walk. If you love your dog, take them for a walk. If you love your dog, take them for a walk. Take them for a walk. If you love your dog, take them for a walk. Charlie says, if you love your dog, take them for a walk. If you love your dog, take them for a walk. Take your dog for a walk. Take your dog for a walk. If you really want to show your dog you love them, they don't need treats. They don't need fancy clothes or anything like that. They're happy when you just take them for a walk.